Hey, how's it going today? It's Saturday. We are taking a look, and on the 30th of December, it's New Year's soon, so we are taking a look at some of those articles and publications within UK. I can briefly touch on some of the studios that I have made. That was the first studio I made, no, for perhaps in taking part in some of those projects, right? And from there, I have progressed into military vehicle manufacturing and with some of the obstacles that everything was happening within those projects of manufacturing. It can be a very hard thing to do, and from that I have progressed into uh, fighter jets and how to manufacture those, and some of the progression perhaps happening within the world in some of those areas. And I have taken a look at that and have made a lot of suggestions, right? How perhaps I know all the answers, right? Solving those problems, right? I have touched on the charges and some of the good work that people are doing, right? And within this article, let's take a look at there's a lot of articles. I thought I would touch on the most important things, my own understanding, right? I'm trying to avoid all the drama if I can, but this is what's happening in the world, right? Within this article, I'm gonna take a look at new funding for farmers feeding the world. Let's try to understand this opportunity a little bit better. Uh, let's try to understand this press release that was published 3 days ago, and they are sharing UK support for International Fund for Agriculture Development, or IFAD, will boost food security, protect the planet, and reduce poverty. So, some of those goals that they're looking to achieve with this fund, that would be food security, protect planet, and reduce poverty. Great. Let's delve a little bit deeper and try to understand. There might be a group of people, perhaps 10 people, and they would be working towards achieving those goals. I'm reading it for the first time. I thought I might as well share that with others. Currently, it might be worth mentioning where UK is. UK, when it comes to food, currently is sitting at 50%, right? So 50% is being grown domestically within UK and 50% been imported, with recent numbers about 10% increased into ground beef, or it would be more of the meat, right? So we're looking to increase that. This is usually what's happening when it comes to increase in classes of people and how much people would be expanding over time, right? So more people are looking to expand more and purchase more meat. So that means, in terms of classes, there's a new class of people who potentially would have more capital that could be allocated into investment into nutrition, right? And some of those nutritions are being spent on food within the UK, based on the statistics and the percentage of how much they're looking to increase in meat production. That's about 5 to 10, perhaps a little bit more percent, right? So this is what's happening within the UK. Another 50% would be looking to increase on import if they can. But if they can't, they don't want to import very expensive meat products, right? They perhaps they're going to be looking to import other more of the vegetables and or fruits, right? And that's my own understanding of that, based on those numbers, right? Perhaps there's the historical data for people who are interested. They can take a look at that. And within this article, we're gonna take a look at 3 bullet points. How the UK support for IFAD will boost food security, protect the planet, and reduce poverty. Next one will be I will help promote agriculture growth that is environmentally friendly. And the next one would be this funding will be focused on helping poor rural farmers and producers. Let's try to understand a little bit better what's happening. The AK is boosting support to poor rural farmers around the world to boost food security for the future. Nearly half of the world's population lives in the rural areas of developing countries and rely on small farms for their livelihoods. These small farms are critical to feeding the world, producing of up to 70% of food eaten in low and or middle income countries. To protect these livelihoods and global food security, UK is pledging 66.7 million to the International Fund for Agriculture Development, and UN agency dedicated to supporting those living in extreme poverty rural areas. Since 2021, the number of people facing serious lack of food has increased by 34%. In Africa, about 20% of our population faces hunger, process against the United Nations global goals on ending hunger and more malnutrition is reversed, and current projection indicated that 670 million will still be facing hunger in 2030. Right. So this is massive numbers, right? And I don't know. I can delve a little bit deeper and or share some views, but perhaps it's worth sticking to perhaps hard data, right? This work is more urgent now than ever, while global food systems are struggling in the face of conflict and economic turmoil and climate change. Rural people or people living with those areas and small-scale farmers are particularly vulnerable to climate shocks, instability, and forced migration, right? I was taking a look at some of the documentaries, right? And some of those villages that I was taking a look at, that would be fishing villages and some of those communities, and it would be the way how I would look at it's not the process is again. I think I have all the answers, right? It could be so more effective of how we could potentially navigate and fish better in a better way, and potentially output of performance within those areas would be so much better, right? That's again how I was taking a look at some of those documentaries, and I was trying to understand everything what's happening in the world, right? The UK is leading efforts to find solutions. Last month, the UK hosted the Global Food Security Summit, which brought together partners, countries, organizations, and world-renowned experts, including IFAD, to explore ways of ending hunger and malnutrition. The UK is founding member of IFAD. Those programs improve food security and nutrition empower. Okay, I don't know why that's important. Well, everyone should be empowered and help protect the planet. IFA support. Let's end this dividend. Why we're trying to divide and conquer. All the funds should to support all the people. Support projects help farmers to increase yields, drought enhance soil and or pest management, fertilizers use and access to better quality seeds. They also help rural men and women grow more food, connect to markets, increase their income, and become more literal and financial skilled. Okay, we're all about that. It aims to support more of the 100 million poor rural people from its latest replenishment round, right? So they're looking to support that. So there might be ways of perhaps within the end of this article, there might be ways how people can take part, and or I don't know if there would be more of like sitting down and talking with the people, or there would be some action. So that's why I'm looking at how I can take part. Let's see if there is, would be any options there. I would like to take my time and encourage organizers and who is taking part in this to take a look at and perhaps reflect and or not divide people based on their gender, since they're only looking to support women for whatever reason. let's let's send them some documents to fill in when it comes to inclusivity, diversity. Send some documents to fill in because they should be supporting equally everyone. I don't know. So since we're taking a look at education, let's touch on education. Support one gender but not another. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published about Project Fit Law. Within this book, I'm taking a look and or looking to share a lot of knowledge and expertise when it comes to fitness and understanding your body, and some of the key areas related to your body. That would be food, the own nutrition, as well as recovery and fitness and overall working out, and what would be important, right? Those three areas would be key areas that you yourself you should focus on and entering world of fitness. And it's very beginner friendly, and I'm progressing from there. and looking to share a lot of understanding when it comes to fitness. Even if you are a beginner and or from beginner progressing into advanced and or potentially at one point beginning or generating income based on your expertise within this field. You can find it QR corner in the corner and company's website below. The UK has been in the driving force behind IFAD adoption, smallholders agriculture programs, which channels climate finance to smallholder farmers to build their resilience and increase yields and enhancing biodiversity. For each dollar invested in ISAP, IFD was able to leverage 6.5. Great. That's a metrics that I'm talking about. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm taking a look at some of those infrastructure projects. If they were to begin supporting not only women but men, perhaps then I might consider taking part in some of those funds and allocating some of my time in supporting some of the funds. Since right now it seems that they're only interested in supporting women, from what I understood. So we need to fix that. Once that has been fixed, they're equally supporting men and women. They'll take part in some of those funds. Well, other than that, perhaps finances might be working with those funds. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.